Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together we're Backyard Musing Science and Technology channel. Scott, overnight we lost 3 subscribers. So what did you say yesterday that caused them to flee? I'm just trying to figure this out here.
What do I say any day that's going to cause them to flee? Who knows? We're sorry. We're sorry if we offended you, but we don't know that we offended you.
You can help us, subscribers, if you tell your family, tell your enemies, tell your friends, check this channel out and subscribe. I mean, we've got good science stuff going on here.
Yeah, this is not our information. We're just passing it on. But if you are going to unsubscribe, which I don't quite understand that, because it doesn't cost you one way or the other to subscribe or unsubscribe, leave a comment and tell us why. So we're not just, going along fat and happy and thinking that all's
kind of like an exit interview, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Give us a review and say, hey, you guys are a bunch of blowhards. When it's not our content, we're not making this stuff up. This is stuff that the publishers are getting out of news information. So
yeah, anyway. Scholarly papers. Yeah,
exactly.
All right.
By people with different names.
Yep.
Very different names. So.
Okay, here we go. Researchers analyzing millions of safety reports identified a possible link between a popular obesity drug and an increased reporting of eye stroke. I'm not making that up. Eye stroke, a condition tied to reduced blood flow to the optic nerve. Wegovy, a widely used GLP-1 medication for weight loss, may carry a higher risk of sudden vision loss than similar drugs, according to a new analysis of safety reports published in the British Journal of Ophthalmology on March 10, 2026. The condition, often described as an eye stroke, its technical name is ischemic optic neuropathy, can cause rapid and sometimes permanent vision loss. Would you like to know more?
This article just made me think about somebody that we both know that went from having sight and it wasn't immediate, but it was a gradual process where he's lost his eyesight.
Yeah, but was he on Wegovy? I don't know if he was on Wegovy.
I don't know. I don't know. That would be an interesting question to find out. So, and maybe it's other things too that are causing it. Maybe it's other type of weight loss or some kind of supplement. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, researchers found that reports of this condition were far more strongly linked to Wegovy than to other semaglutide-based treatments. Oh, okay. The odds appeared nearly 5 times higher than with Ozempic, a related drug used for type 2 diabetes, and more than 3 times higher in men than in women. Oh, okay. Well, this is looking pretty suspect.
Yeah. Ischemic optic neuropathy, ION, occurs when blood flow to the optic nerve drops suddenly. Without enough oxygen, nerve tissue can be damaged, leading to blurred vision, blind spots, or complete vision loss in one or both eyes. Although rare, the condition is considered a medical emergency.
To explore whether certain medications carry higher risks, the team reviewed reports of harmful and unintended side effects submitted to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration Adverse Event Reporting System from December 2017 through December 2024. So that's a pretty long study.
The study examined ION cases linked to specific treatments, including weekly Ozempic injections up to 2 milligrams for type 2 diabetes, weekly Wegovy injections up to 2.4 milligrams for obesity, and daily Rybelsus tablets for type 2 diabetes.
So I've heard all those advertisements on TV.
Yep.
For those name drugs there. Researchers also evaluated trizepatide, a dual GLP-1 GIP drug given as a once weekly injection. Looking at it both overall and by use, Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes and Zepbound for obesity. Out of, oh my gosh, is that almost 30.5 million, over 30.5 million total adverse event reports. Almost 32,000 involved semaglutide.
That's what, 10%?
Yeah.
No, 1%. 1%.
Yeah, 1%. The average patient was 56 and 54% were women.
Among these, 3,070 reports were linked to Wegovy from 6 countries across 3 continents.
Interesting. 20,608 reports were linked to Ozempic from 11 countries across 4 continents.
Ozempic generated about 7 times more reports than Wegovy, likely because it was approved earlier in 2017, while Wegovy entered the market in 2021.
Even with fewer total reports, Wegovy showed the strongest link to ION or ion. Wegovy, 28 reports, odds nearly 75 times higher. You want me to read all those?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ozempic, 47 reports, odds nearly 19 times higher. And generic semaglutide, 85 reports, odds of 21% higher.
No ion cases were reported for Rybelsus, and no safety signal was detected for the comparison drugs. When broken down by gender, the strongest signal appeared in men taking Wegovy with 116 times higher odds. For Ozempic, the highest signal was in women with nearly 27 times higher odds. So, Scott, I'm wondering, what are the odds for a two-spirit person or a non-binary person?
Non-binary. I knew you were going to go there.
Or a spirit person?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'd have
Or
to
a furry?
maybe you'd have to add those all together, and then that's their odds. It's got to double. I don't know. Non-binary. Oh my gosh. Overall, the analysis found that ION or ion risk was nearly 5 times higher with Wegovy than with Ozempic, and more than 3 times higher in men than in women. So
Injectable drugs act faster than oral tablets, and variations in how the drugs are delivered, their dose, and how they're prescribed may influence prescribing patterns and safety signals, with high dose Wegovy probably driving the stronger association by predisposing to optic nerve hypoperfusion or low blood supply through intravascular volume contraction, hypotension, the low blood pressure, with nocturnal dips, and automatic instability, although no direct clinical link has been established, the researchers explain.
Here's a quote. In contrast, the limited absorption and slower uptake of Rybelsus probably explain the absence of a detectable signal. I don't know who that quote's from, but going on with it, and then that added in the article, it says the authors also note that media coverage may have influenced reporting rates for Wegovy. The FAERS, F-A-E-R-S database cannot determine how often these events actually occur or whether reports increased after regulatory warnings. It also lacks details on patients' other health conditions or disease severity.
Still, the researchers conclude, quote, this study provides the first evidence of a formulation and dose-dependent ion risk, with the strongest association observed for Wegovy. They add, these findings highlight a potential dose-dependent safety concern that warrants urgent prospective evaluation to guide prescribing and regulatory policy.
A related commentary supports these findings, stating, these findings add to an emerging body of growing literature reporting ocular complications with anti-obesity medications, which warrants further scrutiny and urgent clarification for ophthalmologists.
Interest in GLP-1 drugs has surged in recent years, driven by their effectiveness in weight loss and metabolic health. Beyond obesity and diabetes, studies suggest these medications may reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even neurodegenerative conditions.
That's not good. But as their use expands, so does the need to understand less common side effects. The authors note the UK has the highest level of obesity in Western Europe. 29% of adults are obese and 60% are overweight or obese. That's a pretty high number. I wonder why that is. UK.
At the same time, this is a quote, the growing use of anti-obesity medications in children, typically over the age of 12, has caused considerable debate, likely increasing the risks of ocular complications in later life, the authors caution.
Recent clinical studies seem to offer new hope for some conditions, such as age-related macular degeneration and uveitis or uveitis, they note, but with potential risk of severe though rare, ocular complications, such as ion for others. I wonder if
No
that,
bueno.
yeah, I wonder if that obesity, overweight thing is in the UK is because of the weather. Maybe they get a lot of rain there and stuff, and inclement
Well,
weather.
Seattle's the same way, gets a lot of rain. Do they have a problem with obesity?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Obviously, they weren't part of
Or
this.
like Alaska with the weather, the cold weather, people staying in. Do they have a problem with obesity? I don't know.
So what you're saying is the people who live in Alaska and northwest part of United States are not maybe wimpified like they are in the UK. They go out and get it done, whether it's snowing or raining or
Get her
sleeting.
done.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, okay.
All right,
Do what
folks.
you got to do.
Thanks for joining us. If you're in the UK, we're sorry for this bad news.
Yep. We feel for you. So see you this
Talk to you
afternoon.
later.
Okay?